Hello and welcome to another edition of L2P WoW. I'm your gracious host Cam, and today we will be discussing the intricacies of the warrior class. The warrior is a plate-wearing, damage-dealing, tanking class that is very versatile as far as the role you would like to play in the group, as well as its playstyle depending on which specialization you pick. We'll get into that a little bit later, but for now we're going to talk about 1 to 10, what abilities you get, and the theory crafting behind building a basic rotation as you're learning the game. So we'll start off with level 2, where you will not learn anything new. Now the way this generally works 1 to 10 is that you'll learn an ability every other level on the odd levels. Take for example, level 3. You learn the ability Charge. Charge allows you to quickly close the distance between yourself and an enemy that you have selected. Now this will allow you to chain, so to speak, between mobs and allow you to conduct combat much more quickly. Seeing that pattern, level 4, nothing happens. Level 5, you learn the ability Victory Rush. Now Victory Rush will allow you to continue this chain that we've been talking about with Charge, where you can charge an enemy, kill it, charge the next one, Victory Rush, which will deal a lot of damage and heal you up. So you can keep going and chain it. Now, as you can see here, also, class trainers are right near you in the starting zone. Moving on, we will reach level 6, where, once again, pattern, nothing happens. Now, moving on to level 7. Level 7 is where you start to learn abilities that are useful most of the time. Level 7 will earn you the ability Rend. Rend places a damage over time effect on the target that is classified as a bleed. Now that we have a couple abilities, let's look at actually building a quick rotation. So you've got Charge, Victory Rush, Rend, and Strike. Those are your 4 abilities. Now what you're watching me do is practicing the basics while questing around. What I've done is I'm going to charge my target, since I just previously... Damn Druid. Alright, since I just previously killed a target, I have Victory Rush active. My goal is to find another mob before that goes away. So I charge that target, I Victory Rush real quick, hoping to get it off. Then I Rend the target to put a bleed effect on them and deal them more damage over time. Then just spam Strike. Watch, I'll Victory Rush again, Rend, and then start striking until they're dead. Then same thing, Victory Rush, Rend, then start striking. It's generally the thought process that goes into you building a rotation and discovering what works best for you and your spec. Level 8 happens, once again nothing, so we're just killing this centaur, and look at that, level 9. We've learned the ability to Thunderclap. Thunderclap will allow us to stomp the ground, slowing the incoming attacks that we receive, and also dealing damage to everything in a circle. And now we have reached level 10, the glorious point in which everything starts to come together. So we've learned talent points, defensive stance, the ability to parry, and we've also learned how to use talent points and using battlegrounds and achievements. Achievements are automatically unlocked when you reach level 10 because that's generally when you'll get your first one. Moving on to the talent trees. Remember I was talking about talent points? These are the 3 specializations that you can put your warrior towards working with. The first one is Arms, Fury, and then Protection. Now each specialization has a grouping of attributes, and you also get a special ability that are associated with them. These will be clearly marked on your talent pane, which you can use the button N or press the little mini button down bottom to discover how to work with it. Now, Arms is all about two-handed weapons and dealing damage with a single two-handed weapon. Fury is a little bit more balls to the wall and requires you to use one-handed weapon in each hand, or later on you can learn the ability to dual-wield two-handed weapons. And Protection is all about sword and shield, kind of protect your allies, grab the enemy's attention, do all sorts of fun stuff, and get really quick instance queues. So now if we look at the actual trees themselves, you will be forced to pick one of these specializations in order to spend any points in that tree. But the caveat is that you have to spend 31 points within that tree before you can move on to abilities in the other trees. Each tree will be set up where you start at the top tier, You spend 5 points within that tier, and then you will be allowed access to the next tier down. These little buttons right there with big borders, they're abilities that you actually learn as you go through the tree. Unlike other talents, these are activated abilities, skills, spells, things of that nature, that you just learn right off the bat. Now with that, I have shown you the intricacies of the warrior, and hopefully, happy hunting.